Hello YouTube, this is Xyron Keepers, and today I'm going to do a brief introduction on the Xyron Creatopia. It was the machine on the top shelf in my tiny scrap area video that I made, and a couple people wanted to know what it was. So this machine is very versatile. It has a lot of functions, and I'm just going to briefly talk about each function. When you get the machine itself, it's going to come just like this. It's going to have a permanent adhesive, and it opens up the wheel for you to pop. I'm going to keep this open because they tell you to have it closed when you're changing, but I want you to see how simple this is. You pop this out, and then you just put a new one in, and this is the repositional one. There's a slot here that just to slide this in. Make sure that your adhesive is under the roller. You push that back to the 2 position and you are good to go. You see how simple that was? I did that with one hand. So as I said, they also have the fabric adhesive cartridge, and everything is color coordinated. So as you saw, the permanent was red, the repositional is green, and then the fabric is purple. I'm trying to find it. It's purple. Okay. And then they also have the cold laminating, but I don't have that cartridge only because I do have the Your Story. But this machine does not require electricity, and so yeah. So when you get it, it comes with a permanent adhesive cartridge. And now we're going to talk about the next feature. Is the border feature. And what this is when you get your starter pack, it's going to come with a border, I guess you can call them roller cartridge, and it has it's color coordinated as well for your embossing and your debossing side. But what's cool about this is you can detach this side anywhere on there, and then you can put your border wherever you want on your 12 by 12 page. You would put this in just like you did with the cartridge. So I'm going to take this out so you can see how simple it is. Again, you take this, open it to the 3 position, slide this out. I guess that's why I want you to close it, because it snaps in there. So now I got the answer to my question of why this should be up. And then you move this back to the 2 position. There's 2 tabs that unlocks this. And you make sure that it's unlocked. Slide it out, and that's that. And then there is a gear side here, and you just put that side along with the gear. And I'm doing this from the side, so this is kind of hard for me to do. Make sure it snaps into place. And there you go. What is that? Okay, and then you can get replacement border patterns for your Xyron machine. I believe they have 6 or 7 different ones. I believe there's hearts, paw prints, the stars, and I can't remember what the other ones are right now, but you can always check with Xyron.com and see which ones they have. I believe they're like $8.99, but I would check the price to make sure. So now on to the next feature is the 12 by 12, or actually it's 12 inches full embossing. Now this sets other embossing machines, well, this one above the rest, so to speak, because you do have the capability to do a 12-inch full emboss. I don't have all of the rollers, but this one is the dots. Is that what it's called? I believe that's what it's called. There is no name on this package, so I don't know what's the name of this. Yeah, it is called dots. The dots one, and then I have the swirl one, and then they also have some other ones, and they said on the website that they were going to come out with new ones each quarter. So again, you just do like I showed you before. Just pop this in, make sure that the gear side is towards the handle, and you slide it into the groove, snap and lock. and then you can do a full 12-inch embossing. Okay, so that's kind of cool. I like it, but I'm gonna be honest, it does get a little boring just having the, you know, the rollers that they have available. But once they come out with more, this machine is going to be okay. The next feature is the cuts. When you get the cuts package, it's going to come with two cartridges. One is the guide. It helps guide the paper. A straight edge blade, and of course I can't get it off. Straight edge blade, and the, I guess you call it the holder, and then there's a stabilizer. It's just an acrylic ruler block that you put inside on the machine, on the plate here, to help stabilize your paper. Now what I like about this is there's a guide ruler on both sides here. As you can see, I don't know if you can see it real well or not, but there's a guide ruler there, and then there's arrows on the cartridges, and then you can put this anywhere, and then you will know exactly where you're measuring your paper. So I like that. I love it. It cuts beautifully. It cuts tin, chipboard, fabric like butter. Seriously, I mean, even just for the cuts feature, I think it's well worth the money. But I mean, just the adhesive too. But there's different blades that you can buy for it. I guess I should have had all this stuff out, but scalloped. I also have a scoring blade, and then I also have just the different decorative edge. But again, this thing it truly does cut like butter. I cut some fabric for a project and was amazed, simply amazed at how it cut. Now I'm gonna move this out the way. Now the last thing that I don't have is the shapes feature that this does, but basically it's kind of like the Cuttlebug. Now I do own a Cuttlebug, so that's the only reason why I don't have the shapes, but it will work just like the Cuttlebug. So what you would do is put your shapes component in the gear side. I think it does like up to 6.5 inches. It takes all leading dies, so from Cuttlebug, the Wizard, the Sizzix, Quick Cuts, all of those it takes with no problem. So that's another thing that this machine does. So you have lamination, 12-inch adhesive, the feature to cut, 12-inch emboss, border, and I mean, that's a lot. The machine itself is very light without any cartridges in it. It is about the size of an Expression. It's a little deeper than the Expression, probably by 2.5 inches. But really, this machine is awesome. Like I said, if you just get it for the adhesive and just the cuts feature, it's worth the money. I don't know about you, but I use my Xyron adhesives a lot. So this was a great investment for me. I probably don't use it as much as I ought to use it, but it really is a great investment. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any further questions about it, let me know. But this is the Xyron Creatopia. You all have a great day, and God bless.